happy fall and also Inktober. Fall is known for being cozy and warm with your nice cozy blanket and delicious hot cup of coffee. And today, I'm gonna bring that into our art. Literally. Let's do it. Okay, first of all, let me be completely transparent. Have I done anything at all for Inktober this year? No. However, there are 12 prompts that we have gotten so far. I think that we can make something really cool with all 12. Here are the Inktober prompts for this year, 2024. And the first 12, I think, could kind of go together. So yeah, I've seen some coffee splash art, coffee, tea, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I thought it would be really cool to try my hand at it and see if we can make any really cool patterns or shapes on the paper with the coffee, maybe spark interest from there, kind of go with it. I am gonna jump straight into it to show you what I don't know what it did. Okay, here we go. I started off by labeling every single one of my sheets of paper because I can't keep things together. Coffee, espresso, and both. I also got distracted because I knew that I needed a straw, but also more pumpkins for aesthetic. Bringing the straw in, I decided to show it off apparently and begin pouring the coffee when this happened. And so I'm just frantically splattering things on here, just kind of going through the motions, I guess. Oh my gosh. Yes, it was a whole struggle, and then I don't even have to explain all of the cleanup that happened. I just kept messing up. Blowing the coffee around, I was trying to get different patterns to see if anything interesting would happen, and then remembered that I had one more piece of paper to do. I splattered that on real quick, blew some things around, and then I waited for it to dry. Coming back the next day, here we are, all dry and crusty for another layer of texture. I decided to slap it this time, which was really fun. I felt like a little kid just playing in finger paints, so that was a fun time. Once that's dried, I checked my mess, decided to put the labels on the back, and once that was done, just did a little cleanup. And here are how our papers turned out. This one is how the coffee only turned out. Here is the espresso, I believe. Yes. Oh, the back is quite, well, brown, I guess. Just brown. And then this one is a mix of both. To be completely honest, I thought I was gonna like the espresso the best, but I actually prefer both because I feel like how they mixed, and you can see more definitive lines, maybe make something out of that. Wow, did that make sense at all? There's more detail in this because of how they mixed or didn't mix or whatever. I like it. For today, I thought that while we did that experiment, I could kind of figure out which one I ended up liking the best. And I do think I prefer the both. So this is the one that we're going to use. Maybe we'll use these for another experiment down the road. I'll just shove it into the back pocket of my sketchbook for now. Okay, so what I thought was really cool with the Inktober prompts, they're very adventure heavy, it feels like. The first 12 specifically, I have something in mind that I think will work perfectly. I'm thinking, like, if we're looking at this and our Inktober list, I just can envision an adventurer going out, backpacking somewhere that they have never been before, aka exotic, discovering things, blah blah blah, yada yada, we can just make a whole little, I don't know, like little story out of this one, I guess. That's my thought anyway. So let's get to figuring out what shapes we can figure out here. This is it right side up, but it doesn't have to be right side up. I can turn it anyway to see if I see anything else. Ooh, this way is kind of cool. I think either this way or this way, but I think this way looks more interesting. We'll do that. All of these little lines that are here, they just remind me of like bushes and foliage and stuff. I'm just gonna figure out these parts, I guess. So like this here could be a little bush. I think I want to try to incorporate my colored pencils in here too. Oh, that would be so cool. It would be so textury and nice and just, yes, I like it. Maybe have another little bush here. They kind of look like gumdrops. Now, this up here, I immediately, if you look at this and you don't think of some sort of cat, then, okay. So let me go ahead and just make this a cat. And I thought that maybe it could be peeking out of like a mushroom cap. Could be mushroomy, but then I don't know how that would be up there. But you know what? My brain said mushroom, so that's what we're gonna do. It's a bit of a lumpy one, but that's okay. I don't know where the stem is gonna go, so I'm just gonna leave the cap for now. It's really easy to see foliage in here, not so much non-organic shapes. Ever feel like you're thinking too hard? I feel like that's what's happening right now. I'm not allowing my brain to just explore. I'm trying to make things make sense, and maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe because, okay, underneath this mushroom here, there's like this little shape here, and it kind of looks like a cotton plant or something. And this thing right here looks like a gnome, but what is he doing? You know? This is what happens whenever you go in with no plan whatsoever. I'm thinking we could have our little backpacker here. Maybe they're peeking over the foliage, like this is all overgrown. And I kind of want it to be like a simplified style. Got little hands here, kind of parting the foliage. And then I can't forget the little backpack. But I kind of want it to be a cute one. So like, you know how like the little cute adventurers have little bedrolls on their backs too, like this? We'll do that. Okay, what prompts do we have? Oh, boots. Dang. Boots, binoculars. Binoculars is easy. I can just go ahead and have a pair of binoculars around her neck and we'll just incorporate them that way. Oh, she's cute. I don't know what she's looking at to be so shocked. I don't know. I just felt correct to have her be aghast whenever she's going through this clearing. Plus, you know, since this could be anywhere, we don't have to stick to like the traditional colors of foliage and stuff, or even the traditional shapes. So I think that's what's happening, is that I'm just thinking too hard about it. So, okay, off we go. You know, I have only participated, well, not participated. I have only completed one Inktober since I started my art journey. I think I have like a love-hate relationship with Inktober in general. Let me know in the comments if you're participating this year. I tend to lean away from the Inktober challenge, and the reason why is because I really enjoy my art as a, for lack of a better term, brain dump, I guess. Like, it is something that I can sit down and just kind of unplug and enjoy what's going on in my imagination and kind of come from there, which you can do with Inktober for sure. However, I do feel a little constrained, which I know blah 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 is the point, yada yada, supposed to just work on your inking, but you know what I don't like doing? Inking or line work. I'd much rather a color. Beep beep. So there was another one of these little blobs that kind of reminded me of cotton. So I'm gonna make these plants kind of alien, I think. Maybe these are alien world mushrooms. We don't know. Just trying to make sure that everything doesn't just end up looking like cauliflower. Maybe if I just outline all of these splotches first, things will make sense in my head. Maybe this over here can be like a trunk of some kind, like a little lumpy bumpy tree. I'm thinking what she's popping out of is like if a seashell were a plant. I mean, this is going to be pretty loosely based on nature anyway, so it's fine. We'll just stick to the outlines. Just get so easily distracted. A couple of the words, trying to figure out how I am going to incorporate them. Because we've got backpack, discover, she's discovering something. So, I mean, I can loosely say that for sure. Boots, we don't have. Exotic, it's all kind of exotic. Binoculars, we have. Passport. Sun, this guy's eating a snack, so that counts. And remote. And I would say this is remote too. We have three things that we still need to incorporate. Boots, passport, and sun. And maybe you can see her little leggies back here. Ooh, maybe even erase this. And if I have her stepping through, we'll put like some socks on her and then a boot. Okay, so we got a boot. Okay, sun. There's not really a shape that looks like it could be the sun unless we took this over here. Okay. And then we'll put that behind the foliage. But what is this? What is this thing? Gets distracted and starts working on a different part. We've got passport left. Oh, you know what? I just figured it out. So she looks shocked, right? Maybe it's because she has lost her passport and now she has found it. So they won't make it looked too weird whenever I just put a random passport on the ground over here. Still need to figure out what the heck in this is. What if it is some sort of creature with a very large nose? Maybe it has a horn on its head. Okay, let's flesh out these plants a little bit more. I will say, if you ever need an activity to get yourself out of your own head, this is pretty good. This is definitely making me think outside the box, making me explore different, I don't know, like a totally different style to what I am used to doing. I have a very specific process whenever I sit down to do art, and this kind of flipped it on its head and made me do it like backwards almost. I'm gonna be honest, I quite like it. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And I think that she is very cute. Let's ink this puppy. Oh, it's been a minute since I have tackled line work. I can do it, I believe. Especially because this doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to hold my breath to get things correct, you know? Like, we're just having a good time. Guess I can go ahead and do this cat. Who knows? Maybe it's not actually a cat. Maybe this mushroom plant is actually carnivorous, and that's how it attracts unsuspecting cat lovers. It would definitely catch me, that's for sure. I think I got the main inking down, so I'm gonna lighten the rest of the sketch as much as I can. We'll go from there, I suppose. Yeah. Gosh, so many little pencil shavings. Sweep this onto the floor for future sirens to deal with. Okay, so now that I have put together whatever this is, I do want to color it in a little bit, just a little bit. I don't want to cover up the texture and stuff from the coffee. So I think colored pencils are the best way to go in order to add a little bit of zhuzhing to it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, let's do that thing. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's put some more down here. And maybe this little wormy dealy. Okay, I think that's a good place to start. I'm gonna keep that blue out as well, just in case we want to come back to it at some point. Let's do a purple now, let's see. Are you a good one? Who are you? Oh yeah, that's pretty. What about a lime green? Is this a good lime green? Chartreuse? I don't know. Oh, yes. Ooh, yeah, I like that. What if I put green on top of these blue ones? Ooh, I like that. And I know I definitely want a pink for sure. Is this going to be bright enough? Ooh, we could even go over it with this, the highlighter pink. Yeah. Okay, let's start with this first and see where we get. I think I'm gonna make these stems down here green too. I really want to make that top blue, but maybe we can go with like a more true blue instead of like a green blue. What are you? Cerulean? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. What is this? Magenta, that's perfect. For the inside of this, the darkest parts being around her. That way she pops out a little bit more, I think. I want to do like all of the fun colors around her and then she'll be normal colors. I also don't know what color to do the sun. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I haven't really done maybe a yellow. That green's pretty close to yellow, so I think we could probably get away with that. Make this bush yellow. Definitely think we're gonna have to put some weird color gradient in here though, because this looks too close to normal fall, you know? Can't do green because that is also normal. No red because that is also normal. We could do this blue. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I think I'm gonna make this little guy over here pink too. Let's do the mushroom purple. You know, looking at this, if I was an explorer and I lost my passport here, I don't know if I would be intrigued enough to go find it or if I would be too much of a little scaredy cat. I don't know what vibe I'm getting from here. I feel like, you know, she's not, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, great. Thanks for listening. You need something too. I was thinking that we could make this kind of like a costume. Like maybe this is a ghost creature and he's got like, I don't know, the magical equivalent of a sheet on, but with holes in it. So he can have his sniffer out. As far as she goes, I don't want to like color in her skin or anything. I just want her to have some blushies. Well, I guess I can go ahead and color in her tongue too. Her hair, I was thinking blonde because I think it would stick out enough against this little plant here, because other things that I'm putting on her are going to be brown, so I don't want to make her hair brown. Yeah, we'll just make her a little yellow-haired cutie. I think the sun, I'm just gonna stick to yellow, but I am gonna make it like this neon yellow. Maybe I will give her skin just a little bit of something. All right, white gel pen, where are you? I say as I literally have it in my hand. Yeah, I think that's better. She wasn't popping out quite enough for me, so gave her a little white outline, which I think does help. A little nervous about doing that, but you know what? This is an experiment anyway, so if I don't try it here, when will I ever try it, you know? Okay, it's done. Woo! Looky. Here is our little, you know what? I am going to say that this is a piece that we have done with the Inktober prompts as our inspiration. While this is also not traditionally an Inktober piece, it is not just ink, it is ink and colored pencils and coffee. It was still super fun to do, and honestly, I think that if you want to participate in a challenge, whatever way you need to process that challenge to actually get your ideas onto paper, do that thing. Don't let rules constrict you to exploring your creativity, no matter what that might be. This was really fun to kind of unplug and figure it out as to what the subject was even going to be whenever I usually think about that first. So it was really fun to kind of look at this as a puzzle and put it together from there. I had a blast with this experiment. I hope you guys had fun watching me as I tried my best to make those stains make sense. If you decided to try this out for yourself, or if you doodled along, please post it on Instagram and tag me at xsirensketches. I would absolutely love to see anything that you create. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a whole bunch. And until I see you next week, don't forget to be kind to yourself. Bye!